Honestly, I can't think like that. I mean, if you start thinking like that, then you start acting like that. If you start acting like that, then you're an asshole. So, if people like what we do, that's great. If they don't like what we do, that's great. I know how I felt about the people that influenced me. And I met a few of them, and they were sometimes nice, sometimes not nice. So I always try to remember how it felt to be treated not nicely. So, if someone wants to look at our band, look up to our band or something, and I get to have an opportunity to talk to them, I always try to be nice. Remember what it felt like to be shit on.
Well, you mentioned how you felt like when your influences were ladies. Who were your influences growing up?
I think probably the first artist that really kind of spoke to me, where I just was compelled to listen to it over and over and over again, was Elton John. My dad had Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, and I think I listened to it a bajillion times. Surprisingly, when we started Bad Religion some years later, I found out that Brett was the exact same way. So Brett and I shared this Elton John influence. That the sense of music and the lyrics from Bernie Taupin were something that were really important to us. And with Greg, his influences were more Todd Rundgren and the LP, but same kind of idea. I think as I always played guitar, and as I was switching over to bass guitar, I started looking at guys like Bruce Foxton from The Jam, Paul Simonon from The Clash. I think those are the two biggest ones for me, because I liked their musicality, and it wasn't really just an assault like Chuck Dukowski from Black Flag. I liked watching him, but I just I didn't really feel that. I didn't feel connected to him as a bass player. As we got into the band, and then I became friends with guys like Steve Soto from the Adolescents, and Jeff Long at the time in Wasted Youth, and Mike Roach at TSOL. We started hanging out together and sharing ideas, like, oh, look at this thing that I just learned. Because we were all 15, 16 years old, so we were still learning and kind of showing each other new things that we'd picked up. I think that was probably my best learning time, was from those four guys.
What's the most memorable thing that you received from the band?
Wow. I guess we were on tour with Pearl Jam in '94. There was a family in Denver, and they were, I can't remember what tribe they were. They were a native family, and they made me this giant dream catcher, which it's kind of like you buy dream catchers on the side of the road, but they made it specifically for me. And that still hangs on my wall.
What inspired you when you were young to want to play these songs?
I don't know. I know that when I was about 6, I was walking through like a Kmart with my mom, and I saw an acoustic guitar, and I said, I want that, and she said no, and I kicked her. I remember that to this day. Kicked her right in the shin. And I don't know. I just always. I don't think I thought about being in a band until a little later. But I just wanted to make this noise. I just liked the way that it sounded.
What would be the 10 things that you would tell someone else to be?
What? How many?
Not 10.
10 things. 10. What would be the 10 things to be cool on Warped Tour? Drink water.
Maybe not 10.
Don't go outside. Don't be a dick. You can be cool if you're not a dick. Are you meaning cool or Fonzie cool?
Eat cool. Like cooled off.
One of the things we learned early on in the '98 was our first Warped Tour, and the guys from NoFX always showed me that they had these hats. They had these like golfer, the bowl kind of hats. Always have one in a bucket full of ice water, one on your head. Just shift them like every 10 minutes.
Oh wow.
Really works. It's like keeps the top of your head cool, and that worked out really well. Cold towels around your neck. Drink lots of water. Get in here if it's not poison, which it's poison, so you can't really go in there. Try to stay out of the sun. I think a lot of people, and even the fans that come here, which is, it's tough to do if you want to watch your bands playing on the stage and you're in the sun. There's not much you can do about it. But try to stay out of the sun more. People don't realize that they're just out there standing around the sun, and also 2 hours later you're just hotel.
What's your favorite popsicles usually?
The banana ones. Yeah. They're hard to find these days.
I know it's all the
Not a frozen banana.
not a frozen.
Banana flavored popsicles.
Out of all the countries that you've been to, what would be your favorite to tour?
Wow. Probably. I can't really say one, but I like going to Japan because it's just so different from everywhere else on the planet. You know, it's pretty much you're on your own. You can't read the signs. You need to like really have your head about you. The people are genuinely nice. They're genuinely frightened of you. You know, it's different food, it's different culture. I think that means a lot to me. It doesn't mean that they're better fans or that it's better to play there, but in the sense of like where to go, it's a good place to go.
Create a video game and pick a character.
Well, the only video game that I can ever remember, well, there's two video games in my lifetime that I've actually been addicted to and wouldn't leave, which was Doom 2 and GTA 3. So you can figure out where I'm going with that, and I'm going to be the guy that's fucking people up with the baseball bat. Dolphins. Right there. Just so you know. I mean, it's not a big deal here, I'm sure. You see them all the time.
Have you kept all your original band members?
We've changed drummers, so we don't have the original drummer, and we've kind of all come and gone at specific times, but right now, 30 years in, we were originally a 4-piece. There's 3 of us that are original from that band, me, Brett, and Greg Graffin, and then we have the addition of Brian Baker and Greg Hetson, which is not a bad thing, and then we have Brooks Wackerman on drums, which is an even better thing. So we're close. 5. This is our 5th, and we did the original show that was sort of the impetus kickoff for the Warped Tour was a show in Southern California called Board in the South Bay, and it was us and Pennywise, maybe No Doubt, and this would have been 93, around there, 93, 94, and they did it at a velodrome, which is where they race bicycles, and you know, Kevin put a skateboard ramp in there and had some of the skaters and a bunch of bands, and didn't know what was going to happen, and 10,000 people showed up. So, you know, I think he got the idea in his head, like, I'm going to take this on the road, which was great because that's so Southern California. This whole thing is so Southern California. The idea of it, you know, maybe not in its execution right now, but the idea of playing music in someone's backyard while your friends are skateboarding in your pool that you just drained and your mom's gonna be pissed. That's pretty much where this all started.
If you could say anything to any of your fans that were inspiring to be musicians, what would it be?
Don't stop. Honestly, I think I meet more people that tell me the story of how they used to play something, and I say, why did you stop? Oh, I had to go to school. I went to school. Oh, I had to get a job. I had a job. Oh, I got married and have kids. I've got married and have kids. And I didn't stop playing. And if the band broke up right now, I wouldn't stop playing. I think that there is a disproportionate amount of people who think that playing music will garner them some sort of success or betterment for their lives, which it is not. It's a hobby, it's an art form, it's like painting or writing or sculpting. And if you're passionate about it, you'll do it whether people like you or not. So I think there's an unfortunate amount of people that want to be in bands to be successful, and when that doesn't materialize, they just give it up.